Hello, everyone. My name is Esther Bedorka. I'm the marketing manager here at Build Green Canada. Welcome to our second Build Green Product Catalog Talks webinar. We were thrilled to see over 100 registrants with representation from British Columbia, Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario, ranging from builders, engineers, energy advisors, architects, municipalities. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be with us. So today's webinar includes a series of short talks on building materials that contribute to your sustainable building efforts, courtesy of a select group of our product catalog listers. We will be moving through each presentation back to back, and then we'll move into our Q&A session, which we encourage you to stay to the very end, which we'll wrap up with some prize giveaways. In the meantime, please do mute your audio so we don't have any background noise interference. So today you'll be hearing from Airthings, All Weather at Home, Gradient Thermal Incorporated, Henry Company, IKO Industries, and Owens Corning. First up, we have Airthings.
Hello, everyone. Is my audio working fine?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, just about to share the presentation. All right. Well, glad to be here, everyone. My name is Rabia, and I work with Airthings. We're a leading global tech company specialized in radon detection and indoor air quality monitors for homes, workplaces, and schools. This is our beautiful lineup of products right here. There's a bunch of them. But I am here to specifically talk about the little gray unit next to the big gray unit right there in the background, the Corentium Home. And before I give you my elevator pitch for the Corentium Home itself and talk about how it can contribute to you getting Built Green certified for indoor air quality, but also how it's going to contribute to the long-term well-being of your occupants. Once again, it's called the Corentium Home Radon Detector. So before I do give you my elevator pitch for the Corentium Home, and it will be I'll try to keep it as quick as I can. I do need to start with the basics of radon. I think it provides the most context on why it is so important to monitor. So radon, for those of you that don't know what it is, it's a noble gas. It's a very, very ironic classification. It's invisible. It has no color, no smell, no taste, but it's the second leading cause of lung cancer right after smoking. The thing is, there's absolutely no way to know that you do have it in your home or your building unless you actually proactively monitor for it. The unfortunate thing here is the majority of people don't monitor for it, and that's kind of where we come in. If you've ever heard of someone who's never smoked a cigarette in their entire lives, but was unfortunately diagnosed with lung cancer, chances are it's because of long-term radon exposure that they were completely unaware of. So what is radon exactly? It's a byproduct of the decay of uranium. And since uranium is pretty much everywhere in the Earth's crust, it's quite literally ubiquitous, at varying concentrations, of course. Radon is going to be right there along for the ride. And that's, as you can see from the picture, it's going to be getting into your house or your building right through the ground. So the danger really is with long-term exposure. So long-term exposure to high radon levels will significantly increase the occupant's risk of developing lung cancer. Children and pets are a lot more susceptible because, for one, they breathe faster than we do, so more breaths per minute. And two, they're actually lower to the ground where radon settles. It's a little bit heavier than the ambient air. So on account of what I did mention, looking forward to when I start talking about the Corentium Home, we're going to want to make sure we put any continuous radon monitors on the lowest livable space of the house. So either a basement, if there's a basement, or the living room, where that's the lowest level of the house and where we spend the most time. So after we do monitor and determine that our levels are high, a radon mitigation system can be installed, which literally will end up saving the lives of the occupants. What's more is that once mitigation is in place, the ongoing radon monitoring will help confirm that the system is still working. So An estimated 3.5 million Canadians are at risk of high radon levels. It also causes about 3,200 deaths due to lung cancer every year. This is a very eerie statistic because these are based off of the people who did contract lung cancer and were unfortunately did have the time to make the connection that it was due to radon exposure and it wasn't due to maybe their profession or any other potential factors. It's also reported to cause more deaths annually than car accidents, carbon monoxide, or house fires combined. So it's very, very, very important that we do monitor. And the opportunity we have here with Build Green Canada kind of helps us get around the awareness. Anyways, we also have a live radon map that also includes links to a wealth of educational resources. The QR code is right there at the bottom of the slide if any of you care to visit. And before I move on, the opportunity of providing you with a radon monitor through Build Green Canada can actually help proactively raise awareness and potentially save lives by having a radon monitor in the house or building before anyone moves in. So an interesting story we actually experienced at our office, our colleague, Ricky, recently bought a home in Fort Worth. This was about a year and a half ago. He specifically asked his realtor if there was an issue with radon, and of course he knows about radon because he works with Airthings. He asked his realtor if there was an issue with radon, and he said verbatim, the EPA considers Texas a low-risk radon area, and there's no reason to monitor or mitigate. Just trying to get done with the real estate deal as fast as possible. But because Ricky is an Airthings employee, he has several of our monitors. He was measuring in his house, and the measurements came up to be 16.6 picocuries per liter, or 615 becquerels. Becquerel is the unit of measurement in Canada. Which came out to be about 4 times higher than the recommended action level. So Ricky did end up getting a radon mitigation system installed, cost him about $2,500. His levels are far below the recommended action level. As you can see, 0.4 picocuries. 0.4 picocuries, excuse me. So after he gained the peace of mind that his family was safe, we went around his neighborhood to give monitors to his neighbors, and absolutely none of them had high radon levels. The point, you can't rely on averages or guesses. Every home is different. The only way to know is to measure. So on to the product pitch that I promised would be short. The Corentium Home is a trusted, user-friendly radon detector that has been on the market since 2011. An interesting fact is this is the actual first consumer-grade digital radon monitor introduced to the market, and it was created by, it's a proprietary technology created by the founders of our company who are also CERN scientists. CERN, if I certainly recommend people research what CERN is. It's a very high-end scientific institution. So the device is affordable. It sits at a retail price of $179.99 Canadian. You'll all be provided with a wholesale discount at no quantity limits. My contact information is there at the bottom of the screen. It's battery operated, so there's absolutely no installation on your part that's necessary. You literally pull out a battery tab, put it on the lowest livable space in the house. It gives you the short and long-term radon averages. There is a built-in 1-year limited warranty or 5 years when the customer registers the product. It is also one of the very first consumer-grade digital radon monitors that has been recommended by the CNRPP. The CNRPP is the Canadian National Radon Proficiency Program. And this is the very first time they begin recommending actual digital radon monitors for long-term radon monitoring and to make radon mitigation decisions. So really, whether you're working towards the certification, just want to deliver a healthier home, adding the Corentium Home is a very small step that will make a huge difference. It'll allow the occupants of the future occupants of your house or the build to basically gain peace of mind, and make sure that none of them get lung cancer down the line. So that's all from me. Oh, and lastly, the adding a continuous radon monitoring system or the Currentium Home will contribute 2 points towards Built Green certification for indoor air quality.
Sorry. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ravi. Next up, we have James from All Weather at Home.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm James from All Weather at Home. All right, let me talk to you a little bit about All Weather. All Weather at Home, previously All Weather Windows, for those of you that may remember us. That about a year ago, we went through our first kind of brand rebranding in over 40 years. So we've been around since 1978, and for almost 5 decades, been building partnerships across Western Canada through the window and door, through selling windows and doors into the home building industry, residential and commercial. A few things about All Weather. Yes, we manufacture windows, doors, and glass products for all types of residential and commercial construction. But we really try and focus on being a solution provider. And a few things that help us do that is a pretty extensive group of professionals, whether it's from our engineering department all the way down to a long tenured team in our manufacturing plant. Our group is able to perform really well under pressure. We own our manufacturing, so we make our own sealed units. We make all of our own proprietary designs on our window frames, which gives us a lot of control over the manufacturing process, gives us a lot of agility and a lot of ability to get creative and come up with custom solutions that make things work. It also gives us the ability to be a highly customized window and door manufacturer, down to even the finest details. So we can produce window products of any size configuration that fits building code and energy code. We can customize color, inside and outside. We do custom painted door slabs as well, because we understand that windows, though they play a role in the energy efficiency of a home, they also play a huge role in the aesthetic of a home. So providing a ton of options is really important to us, and we're proud to be able to offer that. We've got an extensive group of service experts from our customer service professionals that handle all that intake on the phone and via email, setting up service appointments, to all of our skilled technicians out in the field, covering a massive geography in Western Canada, from Thunder Bay, Ontario, through the territories, all the prairies, and all the way to Vancouver Island. And above all else, at All Weather, safety is our number one concern. We're a core certified manufacturer. We achieved 94% on our last external core audit. And we take great pride in focusing on our health and safety programs, not just for all of our internal teams and for our internal purposes, but also in our communities and on job sites, and working with and partnering with the other trades, builders, and lumberyard dealers that we might be working with. For us, it's about a full service partnership. So we work alongside of you right from the get-go. So we'll get through conversations around design, conversations around meeting the right energy code and building code requirements. We'll talk about all of the different options that are available, things that you can do differently to fit either your budget, your aesthetic, or the functionality of the building that our products are going into. We've got a great group of people here with a ton of experience, including a pretty extensive engineering department that can support a lot of the technical aspects of supplying and installing windows and doors into any kind of structure, residential or commercial. As well as, once our products reach the site and are installed, we've got teams of people that are prepared and willing and excited to be out on the site and work shoulder to shoulder with whoever might be installing it, or building engineers, things like that, to keep working through the entire building process, start to finish. So we really see ourselves as a full service end-to-end partner when it comes to windows and doors. For us, going above and beyond is really important. We put a ton of value in the partnerships that we have because there's such an extensive amount of knowledge in this industry. So a very common practice, almost a weekly practice at All Weather, is inviting different people, whether they're partners buying our products, whether they might be in the engineering sector or the building envelope sector, or even municipal governments, provincial governments. We invite them down to the plant, we do plant tours, and we spend a lot of time collaborating. And through that collaboration, we've come up with a lot of great ideas that have helped us develop new products, redevelop existing products, make changes, do things differently to provide higher performing products that meet a broader variety of needs in the residential construction market. So, a very simple but proud example of this for us is our attic hatch. I believe we probably have the best performing attic hatch on the market. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but we've got some pretty good feedback out there about it. This is a customer designed product. We brought in a group of customers who were talking to us about the needs of this simple product that most people don't really think of in a home, and we designed and redesigned and prototyped over and over again attic hatches till we got the perfect one, and now we sell thousands and thousands of these across Western Canada every year, and they perform incredibly well. And this was really came out of bringing customers into the plant and working with them to design the product. So products designed right here in Canada, built right here in Canada, for right here in Canada, by Canadians using them. So a few things about what we do. We've got a tiered product ladder that allows us to offer a wide array of different products that meet different needs at different times for different types of construction. Each of them is Energy Star rated, and each different product line and product series between casements and sliders and entry doors and sliding doors and double doors all have different abilities in application, all have different modifications that you can make to them, different customizations that you can make to them. So no matter what you're building or where you're building it, we've got a product that works for you. So whether you're building some row housing right here in Edmonton, Alberta, and you need some simple, dual pane sliders that are going to create some great energy efficiency, we have that. But we've also got some of our Apex 9100 casement windows in a research facility at the tippity top of the earth that had to go on about 2 float planes and a barge just to get there. And I think we did that in 2016, and they're still there performing great. And in all of our windows, all of our Energy Star labeled windows, you get 2 points, built green points, and for each product, or for each of the 2 products that are manufactured 800 kilometers from Edmonton, where we build them, it's another point. Glazing types, super important, and this is probably where most of the innovation in windows and doors is kind of coming from these days. So we've historically offered six different types of glazing in the past that use different coatings on different surfaces of the glass to create different energy efficiencies and different outcomes. Recently, we've added 6 more using a new glazing type called Comfort Max 366. And this has given us the opportunity to create another set of glazing that brings another set of U values and a different set of energy efficiency. So these new 6 glazing types are available now, and we are selling them and putting them out into the market, and they're performing incredibly well. Fiberglass doors, we've got an extensive program with fiberglass doors where you can do a lot with design and color, size, and application. So we use injection molded gaskets, which provide a much better seal. We have our own proprietary design on a drainable sill system that gets us NAF certified doors for everything that we're selling. We also add multi-lock systems, which I find particularly important in places like the prairies, where we can go, in a 24-hour cycle from +15 to -15. This just gives your door a much better opportunity to stay flush, stay straight, stay well sealed in the frame. And we also offer composite jambs now for doors. So instead of the traditional wood jamb door, we have a composite jamb offering, which gives you a little bit better energy energy efficiency. For all our fiberglass doors, one Bill Green point. And anything, same thing for each of the two products purchased that are put into a building 800 kilometers away from our plant. Within 800 kilometers, that's another point. Support wherever you are. All Weather, over its nearly 5 decades, has really built an extensive reach in Western Canada. We've got 7 regional offices and then a few extra service hubs all through Western Canada that we're able to service everything from Thunder Bay to Vancouver Island, including the territories. And we do that because that is really how we built our business, by being in these communities, by being present, by being part of them. And we're proud, very proud to have been part of all of these, and look forward to continue growing here in Canada. And that's pretty much the rundown for All Weather at Home. So if you have any questions, or if you ever need to reach out, I left my contact information there for you. And thanks so much for having me.
Thanks so much, James. Next up, we have Jennifer from Gradient Thermal.
Great, thank you. Again, thanks to Built Green for hosting this and to the fellow presenters on showcasing some pretty fantastic technology. We're Gradient Thermal, we're based in Calgary, and we're excited to share our home heating technology with you today. We think, let me just get this, there we go. Our homes and how we live in them are among the most important investments we make. They shape our daily routines, our comfort, our quality of life. But when it comes to the core infrastructure that supports our homes, both inside and out, innovation has been surprisingly stagnant in some areas. We see some great smart technology, many of those presenters here today, that's transformed our lights, our locks, our thermostats, our windows. But many of the core infrastructure systems that keep our homes functioning day to day have really remained largely unchanged. When we think about the essential parts of a home, the walls, windows, doors, there's some great innovation and only so much room left for big leaps. But there's one area that's been largely overlooked and where there's real potential to make meaningful impact and move the needle in building better homes. It's in our mechanical rooms. These spaces are often hidden away, but they hold the key to transforming how we build, live in, and maintain our homes. For decades, water and plumbing have been just that, water and plumbing. Heating and space have been their own separate system. That means there's 2 separate mechanical systems, 2 trades, 2 energy draws, really 2 silos in the home. It's complex, it's costly, and it's inefficient. But what if we could simplify this? What if it could be one? What if one appliance could handle all the heating needs of a home efficiently, affordably, and with less hassle? What if we could cut that complexity in half? At Gradient, we've done that. We've put all home heating into one simple box. We've turned mechanical rooms into mechanical closets. And we've made homes more livable, more efficient, and easier to build. Sink furnace is plug and play. It's faster and simpler to install. It only requires one gas-ticketed trade, a plumber, or an HVAC contractor. For homeowners, that means one call if there's ever an issue or maintenance. For builders, it means one contractor can install the unit, streamlining the build process and reducing coordination headaches. And here's something we're really proud of. This innovation is engineered and built right here in Canada. Because when it comes to heating, no one understands our climate and winters better than we do. Sink Furnace operates on a single natural gas connection that delivers both space and water heating at 95% energy efficiency. That means lower utility bills in most jurisdictions. In Alberta, for example, homeowners will save between $400 and $900 per year compared to a traditional mechanical room. That's money that can go towards what really matters: family, savings, home upgrades. And for builders, that sets their homes apart from the competition in an increasingly affordably focused world. Sink Furnace is incredibly compact. Fully serviceable from the front, it can fit in a mechanical closet with walls on all three sides. Really, now we can just have a mechanical closet instead of an entire dedicated room. It's a small impact it's a small footprint with a really big impact on the home. That compact design means more usable space in the home. Space for a closet, larger bedroom, bigger bathroom, extra storage. Making Sink Furnace as small as possible was a challenging but rewarding goal. It gives contractors an intuitive system to work on, builders more flexibility in design, and homeowners more room to enjoy. In Canada, we've got a housing crisis. We need more homes. We have an affordability crisis. We need more homes to be built more efficiently and the cost of living to be as low as it can be. We have labor shortage. There's more work than we have skilled trades for. This isn't just about comfort and convenience. It's about solving real national challenges. Canada needs more homes and we need them fast, but we also need them to be affordable, energy efficient, and easier to build. Sink Furnace helps address all of these. It reduces the number of trades. It speeds up construction timelines and lowers long-term energy costs for homeowners. And because it's compact, it gives back valuable storage and valuable footage, space that can be used for storage, larger rooms, or even an additional pantry. At Gradient, we're not just innovating heating systems. We're rethinking how homes are built in Canada. We're helping builders build smarter, helping homeowners live better, and helping the country move towards a more sustainable and affordable future. Thank you.
That was great. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Next up, we have Martin with Henry Company.
My name is Martin, and I'm with Henry Company. Henry is the most complete provider of building envelope systems that control the flow of water, air, vapor, and energy in a building where you live, work, and play. Henry joined Carlisle in 2021 and increasing our building envelope product line. Approximately 9% of the products that we still sell in Canada, we do produce in Canada. All of our building envelope products are developed to a commercial pedigree and then introduced to the residential market. From foundation to roof, the slide shows some of the products that have been proven over time to protect the longevity of the home. Today, I'm going to talk about two products that are listed with Built Green. One is waterproofing, our below-grade WP200, and the other is our air barrier premium building wrap, and that is our building wrap, and you'll see how well that works. WP200 is made in Petrolia, Ontario, and the Blueskin BP100 is made in Fernley, Nevada. So we'll get going. Blueskin WP200 has been out for almost 3 decades. Two main things about the product. One, it is 60 mil thick, so you can also use it in commercial applications as well as residential. Number two, it has an edge bead technology. So on the edge of the product, there's actually compound. So when you overlap the product, you get compound on compound. It can withstand up to 231 hydrostatic pressure, up to 231 feet, and it comes in a 200 square foot roll. It can be installed different ways, but it is a system, right? So we do recommend that a primer is used. There could be some sealant, and at the same time, you're going to be using the membrane. So I'm not going to get into all of that right now. It can be used on concrete walls, block walls, ICF, preserved wood, plaza decks, and it can also be installed horizontally or else vertically. You'll notice the different colors on the walls here. We have our blue, we have our yellow, and we have our aquatac. We do recommend a primer, and a lot will depend on the time of year or maybe the conditions that you're working in. Just quickly on the far right, that's our aquatac, green water-based product, typically used 3 seasons of the year. For any builders or contractors out there that are doing ICF, that's typically what you've been using. With the middle one, the high-tack adhesive, is yellow in color. That is a solvent base, but specially rubberized, and it will not attack EPS or XPS insulation. The blue, on the other hand, that's solvent based, and that will eat. So if you're doing stuff in colder conditions, the high tack, you can use it all year round. It works very, very well. And you'll notice the water base is more like a paint, as you can see here on the right-hand side. So back to WP200. This is showing aquatac on an ICF house. This is showing our high tack in -10 degrees. Showing on a block wall, concrete wall, repairs, etc. One thing we do recommend, though, and that is a sealant at the top of the membrane. That's something that a transition bead that a lot of people don't do. Okay. And at the same time, too, you can also put on outboard insulation. We do want it protected, whether it's a dimple board or if you're going to be putting on a drainage board. Once again, it is a system. So membrane, primer adhesive, sealants, and make sure to put some pressure on it. Use the J roller or something to make sure that there's no air bubbles in behind the product. Sorry, I'm trying to make up some time for screwing things up. VP100, what is it? So it is our self-adhered vapor permeable sheet membrane. We introduced this product back in 2010, and it's been working very phenomenally for us. It is a peel and stick, fully permeable, breathable, and that's one thing that, in our opinion, 3 main characteristics for an air barrier is to keep water out. We want it to be adhered to the wall, as we always have in commercial, so there's no wind washing that's going on, flapping in behind, and also for allowing water vapor to escape, allowing the wall to dry. Your typical wall assembly you're going to have, starting from right to left, you'll have your drywall, your poly, your insulation stud, your substrate, your air barrier, then possibly outboard insulation, and then you'll have your completed exterior substrate. So it doesn't look like our other products. It doesn't have asphalt backing on it and that. It is a lot thinner. It 33 perms, and it will apply to clean, dry OSB, plywood, OSB, EPS insulation if need be, without a primer. But if you do get any conditions, dirty, dusty, damp, you can use a primer, and those 3 primers I just showed you, they will decrease the permeability from 2 to 3 perms. So you're still way above the 10 that you want to be at. You'll be around 30. All of our testing has gone through the International Compliance Code, and I can definitely send you an email, a copy of it. It is listed online, and also it is red list free according to the Living Building Challenge. So VP. It lowers energy costs, protects the building's exterior, works really well, okay, for air tightness when it comes to for the homeowner. At the same time, too, the builder, the contractor, distributor, everybody's building better, making buildings last longer. The roll is a 4-foot roll, 4 feet high, 100 feet in length, so 400 square feet. Has a split back in the center of it like an ice and water shield. Very easy to put on. Also comes in cut size rolls of 4, 6, 9, and 12 inches. You can put the product on the walls before you stand them up if you wish. You can put them on in large pieces. You can put them on in sectional pieces. Works great for sealing the top of the foundation wall where sill plates are. That's a great place for air leakage. It works well with outboard insulation because when you put fasteners through this, it will self-seal the fasteners. So whether you're doing mineral wool, XPS, or you have some different types of outboard XPS insulation for the substrate, it will self-seal. We've been having houses that were wrapped with ICF with our VP100. Ice houses, all right? EPS, also block walls, same thing. It adheres very, very well to it. This is Jerry, pump outs. 3rd time he had to redo this. They're notorious for air leakage. Finally worked out. If you're doing a metal stud wall, Where you're doing outboard gypsum, just prime it, put the VP on. We're doing a lot of stuff with tiny homes. If you're building modular homes, if you're doing panelization, when you're doing a reverse lap, all we have to do is put a bead of our copper elastic, tool it, and you're done. And that's new houses. Your retrofits that are out there, whether you have this old clapboard that you happen to see, shiplap board on the left-hand top left, or whether you've got other types of old wall assemblies, you can put this product on, including masonry, prime it, adhere it, though you have to fill in the mortar joints first, but still, and even something like this on the right-hand side. This product will adhere to anything. If it needs a primer, it'll work with it too. So whether you're doing additions, townhomes, custom homes, VP 100 works very, very well. We do have catalogs that we can actually send you if you wish. We can do digital, or else we can send you a full copy. All you have to do is reach out to us. Here's our contact info. I've got mine at the top, and Raj Briones, technical sales representative from Western Canada. His contact information is here also. Thank you. Wait for questions later on.
Great. Thank you so much, Martin. Now we have Abdul from IKO Industries.
Hey, yeah, I'll get going. Good morning, all. My name is Abdul Shehu, and I am IKO's new construction representative. I'm based out of Edmonton, Alberta, and I primarily work in the residential division, mainly steep slope roofing. We do have a commercial department that also manufactures products for flat roofs and building envelope and the such. On behalf of IKO, I would like to thank the Build Green team for inviting us. So without further ado, we'll get right into it. So today I will cover a little bit on our history, our growth, industry presence, then dive into the products and what sets them apart. I'll be around for questions after, and you can also reach out to me after the webinar today. So IKO stands for the Isidore Koshitsky organization. It's named after our founder. The family's roofing legacy began over a century ago in Europe, but was disrupted, and they later rebuilt that vision in Canada in 1951. I always like to touch on our values a little bit at IKO because they are at the core of everything that we do. So sharing knowledge, integrity, long-term thinking, performance, humility, agility. Agility, allows us to adapt quickly and make informed decisions for our shared success. So IKO is a family-owned company still, with over 70 years of commitment to delivering exceptional quality. In the corner, left corner, you will see Saul and Henry. They're sons of our founder, Isidore, both of whom are in their early 90s now, but they remain active in day-to-day operations, just on the sidelines though. But through their leadership, IKO has grown to be one of the world's largest roofing manufacturers, and again, still proudly rooted here in Canada with our headquarters in Brampton, Ontario. So with over 4,400 employees in 30 plants and facilities globally, we're one of the world's largest roofing manufacturers. Our shingle plants in Canada are located in Calgary, Brampton, and Hawkesbury, plus several in the US as well. And across the Atlantic, we also have some presence in Europe. And on this slide, you can see that today IKO stands shoulder to shoulder with the largest US manufacturer, each with 4-lane laminate plants. Basically, a 4-lane plant can run 4 shingle lines at once, which is key to meeting industry demand. We've also announced another plant currently under construction. Continuous investments. We've spent the last few years investing in our manufacturing infrastructure. As a family-owned company, our decisions are made with long-term impact in mind. And that thinking is behind our shingle recycling facility that opened up in Hawkesbury a couple of years ago. It's one of the first in North America to integrate recycling directly into production. And when in operation, it can handle about 150 tons of material a day. While in Calgary, we also divert some defected shingle materials for use in road construction as well. So in summary, here's what our presence looks like in North America. Our products are available coast to coast in Canada. A big part of our growth is vertical integration. We make almost every key component in-house. This gives us control over quality, consistency, and supply. It also lets us use our gold standard reference granules at every plant, so shingles match in color and quality across all locations. So in some cases, you have products that have signs saying "Do not mix." But in our case, you can use any product, regardless of where it was manufactured. Our shingles also have what we call the ICO Advantage size. ICO Advantage size simply means wider exposure for visual appeal, larger shingle dimensions for material and labor savings. Larger shingles also mean fewer joints and reduced chance of water infiltration. Now we get into the products. So our products are divided into three different categories. We have the performance designer as well as the architectural product classes. And I'll take you through them. First off is our performance series, which includes Dynasty and Nordic shingles. Both feature what we call the Armor Zone technology. Basically, the nails go through that zone. It also gives them a wider nailing zone for faster and more accurate installs. They're also heavier, making them ideal for winter application. All our shingles feature fast lock sealant, which activates with sunlight, even in temperatures as low as -10 degrees. Dynasty specifically carries a class 3 impact resistance rating, so it can withstand hailstones of 1.25 inches in diameter. It also features that true square advantage. So 3 bundles of this product should cover 100 square foot on a roof perfect. Very similar in build with the Dynasty. However, our Nordic shingles have a unique chemical composition compared to Dynasty, enhancing its impact resistance and cold weather durability. This gives it a class 4 impact resistance rating. It's currently the highest rating available for residential shingles. And they're also available in 13 high definition colors. Here's 8 of those. And we also have the remaining 5 here. And then we move on to our architectural shingles. They are what we may call the ICO entry-level product. Nonetheless, they perform great and are one of our most popular products. A key difference from the performance product line is that the Cambridge does not have the Armor Zone technology. Like I said, that said, it still offers strong features, including that true square advantage, the fast lock sealant, and all shingles generally you would find have blue-green algae resistance as well. And these are offered in 8 colors. You can see a snapshot of that here. And a quick snapshot of sort of the good, I wouldn't say good, better, best. I think Cambridge is a great product. It's done very well. I'm based here in Alberta myself, and it's basically one of the most popular product for new builds. Dynasty adds a lot more wind resistance, a bolder look, and some hill protection as well. Nordic is built for harsher weather performance, so high wind, hail-prone regions. Calgary currently, we've seen an uptick in requests for the Nordic product as well. And then we go into the designer products, starting with Crown Slate here. High definition appearance. We have 2 stunning colors there, and they're class 4 impact resistant rated, and they have large 10-inch exposure on them. It takes half the installation time compared to regular shingles and covers 100 square foot perfectly in 4 bundles. And we also have our Armor Shake. They're class 3 impact rated. However, in Shadow Black, we also have class 4 rating on there, and they come with 4 different colors. And again, all these shingles that I've gone through so far, they all carry a class A fire rating as well. And then lastly, we have our Royal Estate available in 4 different colors. It's class 3 impact rated as well. And lastly, I'll say shingles are just one part of a complete roofing system. Accessories like ceiling tape, underlayment, starter strips, and capping shingles work together to protect against water, wind, and weather. Our shingles come with a limited warranty that covers manufacturer's defect, an initial non-prorated period, which we call the ironclad protection period of up to 15 years. The subsequent years, the coverage is prorated, but does not expire. Most issues, if any, are caught and resolved on site during installs or shortly after. And just a quick snapshot of the Build Green approved products, which can help earn project points towards certification, most of which I've covered today. CRC is a subsidiary of ICO. The products are manufactured in the same manner. You can earn points under durable construction. So all our products carry classifier rating as a system. Nordic, Armorshade, Crown Slate products also carry that Class 4 impact resistance rating. And again, they all come out, they all have out-of-package warranties as well. And also under internal policies, builders can earn points if the product is manufactured within 800 kilometers of the build site. So you can always reach out to verify where those products are made, and we can assist you with that as well. And last slide. Yeah, so we have a dedicated team coast to coast to help with service-related issues as well. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Abdul. Last but certainly not least, we have Andrew from Owens Corning.
All right, everybody. My name is Andrew Brassington. I am the Technical Sales Manager with Owens Corning Canada. Thank you, Build Green, for having me speak today. A little bit about Owens Corning. Owens Corning is a residential and commercial product leader or leader committed to building sustainability, a sustainable future through material innovation. That means our business provides durable, sustainable, energy efficient solutions that leverage our unique enterprise capabilities, market leading positions, and consistent execution to help our customers win. We're not only a manufacturer, but we also care about the community as well too. One of our 2030 goals is to reduce the environmental footprint. For example, one of the things we do is we cut the water we take from the local supply. Say, for example, we use that water to clean our equipment, then we'll take that water and put it into our binder, so we don't put it back into the local source. I know you all have been staring at this title screen and you're probably saying, what is Comfort Shield? Comfort Shield consists of a number of different products. So as you know about Owens Corning, we make pink fiberglass, we make pink XPS. I'm sure we can make a pink shingle, and we definitely don't make pink mineral wool, but we do use all these products, and with these products, we provide something called Comfort Sheet. It's a residential envelope, and it goes around your entire house. Quick building code 101 for everybody on the call who hasn't seen this before. This is a tier chart. So in 2024, all the provinces adopted the building code through the Canadian Free Trade Agreement. So in one way, shape, or form, they've adopted the national code. Now, provinces like BC have the step code, and they're at about tier 3, which is over here. Ontario is about 2.5, but everybody else is tier 1. I think Saskatoon and Regina are going to go to tier 2. There's talks. Saskatchewan as a whole was at tier 2, but then reverted back. But one of the things I want you guys to take a look at is this right here. This is the improvement. So tier 1 is what everybody's at right now. So that baseline home. Tier 2 would be a 10% increase performance of your home, all the way up to tier 5, which is what some people might call net zero. That's about a 70% increase. One other thing to note is that in the code, they actually have specific points when you're doing the prescriptive path, specifically for building envelopes. So it just emphasizes how important your building envelope is. The way the building code went, step 1 was adopted in 2024. They adopted the 2020 codes, and that was a mandate to reduce energy consumption, as well as the reduction or energy consumption reduction in new homes and buildings. That's what we're doing right now. Step 2, and we might see some jurisdictions increase their tiers, but for now we're seeing most people staying the same due to affordability, even though it isn't that unaffordable to actually achieve the higher tiers. Talk about that after. But tier or step 2 is energy consumption reduction. But on top of that, we're looking at retrofits and operational carbon. I'm going to talk about how we can reduce operational carbon. Finally, step 3 in 2030, we're going to look at embodied carbon. And that's the actual carbon that's used to create the materials. I'm not going to talk about that today, but if you have questions about that, we can talk about that offline. Also, resiliency measures. So extreme heat, we've seen wildfires, floods, high winds, hail, like in Calgary and other areas of the country. These are going to be addressed in the 2030 building code. So let's talk about reducing operational carbon or operational costs. Because when you reduce operational carbon, you're essentially reducing the energy consumption of your building. So something that we look at is called thermal bridging. So thermal bridging occurs when a component with relatively higher thermal conductivity bypasses. For example, studs in your wall. Wood studs are about R1 per inch. Well, insulation can be about R22 at 6 inches. So you're looking at R6 resistance versus R22. So we have to take that into consideration. So what do we do to stop thermal bridging? Well, cover it up. Simple solution right there. Put a big sweater over top of the place, put some insulation over top of it. And then now we've reduced that heat from passing through the studs because it's stopping insulation. So there's 2 different ways you can do that, or ways, there's multiple ways. Every installation has its place. I'm going to talk about the ones that Owens Corning has and the ones that Built Green site. So we have 2 systems. We have our CAB system, which stands for Code Board Air Barrier System. So this is a system that you can use to control all the control layers. So you have your air, your vapor, your thermal control layers all taken care of, and your water as well too. So this is a system. We have CCMC testing on it. You use that system, you tape all the joints, and as long as you're doing the system correctly, you can potentially even use this system without OSB, so with lateral bracing. Then there's thermofiber product, our mineral product, Rainberry CIHC. That is a product that can be used on the exterior wall. Now, if you're going to be using that product on the exterior wall, it's going to provide that thermal control there, but you're going to need still that water and vapor control. And you look at products like, for example, like Martin was talking about with his VP. Right? That's an example of a vapor permeable membrane that can be used with mineral wool. So we have installation guides available, and you can see on the screen, if you like getting points, installation is the way to go. You can get tons of points with it. 1.21 would be additional installation up to R15. That'd give you 3 points. And below grade as well with this product too. I'm going to talk about that on the next slide. You can get up to 3 points as well as it's Green Guard Gold certified. With thermofiber, you can also get the same 3 points above grade. Plus, you also get recycled content as well too. You get 2 points for that because thermofiber has the highest recycled content for mineral wool in the industry right now. It's minimum 70%. Also 10% lighter than the leader, the market leader as well too. So a little bit easier on your laborers or your crews. Then we have our radon barrier. So Eric talked about radon and how much of a killer it can be. You know, next to smoking, #1 killer for lung cancer or contributor to lung cancer. So we have a system using our XPS product, and you just have to use some flexible caulking or some joint seal or any sort of sealant on there, and that will provide that reduction for radon. That also has CCMC testing, and note for Built Green points, 1.2.6 up to 3 points, as well as being Green Guard Gold certified. And I told you, lots of points in insulation. Now we have our total protection roofing system. Now I'm not going to talk about all the components. There's seal, defend, breathe, and comfort. So I'm just going to talk about the defend piece because our duration shingles are also on the Built Green site, and the points you can get up to 6 points for the duration shingles. One of the outstanding things about these shingles, they have great grip, as well as they have a no-guess wide nailing zone as well. We've had a patent on that for a number of years now. It is a very strong system. Our warranty for duration shingles is up to 50 years, and it is transferable up to 20 years to one other owner. So that's something that your homeowners or your customers can use as a selling feature. Typically a preferred installer program. Usually no more than about 1% callbacks, and everybody hates callbacks, right? We have a modular distributor that works in southern Alberta, one of the windiest areas ever, or one of the windiest areas to produce material, and they ship their product out without strapping because our shingles are so strong. Then the other product noted on this is in the attic is our comfort, is our Pro Pink. Also with in the Built Green points, you can get up to 10 points. And I say that because there's a number of different areas where you can get those points, whether it be the rim joist, the exposed floor, the house walls, because there's a Pro Pink filling wall system as well too, and the entire roof. So you can get a number of points there as well, plus the recycled content, plus Green Guard Gold product as well too. So again, I'm telling you, insulation, a lot of areas for points. And also one area you can get some points too is if you like interior comfort. I know people like to be cozy, they don't like to hear the TV in the next room while they're reading a book, or want to be able to read in a room and feel warm. Well, Owens Corning has products that you might know of. We have our next gen pink insulation. We have Quiet Zone, as well as our Thermal Bat, which is the pink. Those two products will provide you 2 points for recycled content, as well as they have the Green Guard Gold certification as well too. If you want more information about these products, we have the Owens Corning Technical Library, owenscorninglibrary.ca. Provide all the information you need, more product references, technical data sheets, any information you need as far as guides go, we'll be able to help you. Again, my name is Andrew Brassington. Thank you for having me present. If you have any questions, I guess we'll be probably going into those soon, or you can just send me an email or call me at the number below, and I will be glad to help you all out. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much, Andrew. From here, and to all our speakers, you all did very great. From here, we'll open it up to questions. Should you have any questions afterwards, feel free to email me and we'll forward your questions accordingly. So feel free to unmute yourself or use the chat to ask your questions.
Can I ask one?
For sure, go ahead.
Yeah, this is for the heating and hot water person, Jennifer. This is a system that attaches to the standard ducting then, is that right? Not a high velocity system?
We have models that do both. Most of our installs are with regular ducting, but we do have models that work with high velocity, and we have some of those installations in Alberta as well.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Think you should be good for questions. Again, we will follow up. So if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to me and we'll get you in contact with the appropriate person. Next, we'll be moving into giveaways. So for the first prize, we have a $200 Visa gift card and some branded swag, courtesy of All Weather at Home. Thank you so much. And this goes to Paul Etheridge. The next giveaway we have is Airthings giving away 2 Corinthium home radon detectors. Thank you so much. And the prize goes to Tony Coroneo. Sorry if I butchered your last name. And for the third prize, Owens Corning is giving away branded swag, which includes a sweater available in 4 colors, a hat available in 2, and a Black Yeti cup. And the winner is Jesse Bagua. And for the last giveaway, we have a Titleist golf bag valued at $350, courtesy of IKO. And the winner is Marshall Azama. And this concludes our giveaways. Congratulations to the winners. We'll be following up with you shortly. And thank you once again to all our fantastic speakers. And thank you all for joining us this morning.